Hey everyone, this is Rabbit Squad Animation Bliss, and welcome to our first ever best and worst moments of animation in 2017. Now, before I get into this video, I would like to remind everyone that new videos will be posted up every Sunday. It could be Sunday morning, Sunday night, or Sunday evening, depending on when we could get the videos posted up. And if you happen to see any videos posted up during the week, that must mean that there was a bit of anime and news released during the week that we wanted to cover. So those would be considered special videos. And every Monday, we will have the top 50 animated facts series where we go over 15 facts about anime shows that were requested by the viewers. So those will be posted up every Monday. So now let's get into this video. So the best and worst moments of 2017 and animation. So let's start with the best things that happened this year. So the first thing I want to talk about is the Hey Arnold Jungle Movie and the Samurai Jack Season 5 revivals. Now these are really good because it's like the first time we see, well, not the first time, but it's rare that we see a lot of older shows get revived. And I'm glad that Hey Arnold finally got his Jungle Movie, because years ago Hey Arnold was supposed to get his Jungle Movie, but because the show got canceled at the time, we weren't able to see the Jungle Movie and see how everything was resolved with Arnold's parents and Arnold Helga's relationship with each other until just now. So the Hey Arnold Jungle Movie managed to deliver on that. It resolved the issues around Arnold's parents' disappearance and Arnold Helga's relationship with each other. So I liked how that was all tied up in this movie. And then we have the season 5, the 5th season of Samurai Jack finally coming out and managed to resolve a lot of the issues that happened with the original Samurai Jack series. Like, will Jack ever go back to his home? I haven't seen season 5 of Samurai Jack yet, but I've been hearing a lot of mixed things about it. Well, I heard mostly positive things about the season. It's just the final, like the ending, that a lot of people had problems with. But other than that, I've been hearing a lot of positive things about the 5th season of Samurai Jack, and I can't wait to check out Samurai Jack. But I'm glad that this year we have the revival of Hey Arnold, the Jungle Movie, and we have the Samurai Jack season 5 revival. So it's a great sign to future shows, and hopefully there will be more shows that get revived in the near future. There's just so many shows out there that I think should be revived, that I'll probably make a list about that somewhere down the line. The next best thing that happened this year was the My Little Pony Friendship is Magic movie. So finally, the My Little Pony Friendship is Magic got its own movie this year. And, if you're a huge fan of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, you'll definitely be really excited about this movie. And I was really excited about this movie, and I really enjoyed the movie. And another good thing about this movie was that it was like the first 2D animated film we've seen in a long time. For years, we've been seeing mostly CGI films, but finally we see a 2D animated film hit the big screen for a long time, the first time in years. So I'm glad that happened, and I hope that we get to see more 2D animated films hit theaters in the near future, and more My Little Pony films coming in the near future too. And the last best thing that happened this year was Coco. So this year was the premiere of Pixar's Coco, and the reason why this is such a the best thing of the year is that it's like one of the first few Pixar films that has diversity in it, or has diverse characters, as it takes place in Mexico, or has a Mexican setting. And I like the fact that we finally get a Disney or Pixar film that's set in Mexico, or has a Mexican a setting. So I like the fact that we're finally getting some more diversity in the Disney and Pixar films, and I hope we get to see more diversity in the Pixar Disney films in the near future. So now let's go into the neutral, or the in the middle fact moments that happened this year, and one of it is the Teen Titans Go Christmas Marathon. Now, most of you probably already know about the Teen Titans Go Christmas Marathon that happened, and the controversy that happened all over YouTube about it. So as you notice, a lot of people were like complaining about how Cartoon Network keeps airing so many episodes of Teen Titans Go and doing all these marathons, and it kind of hit its edge in the Christmas marathon, where the whole Christmas week was nothing but Teen Titans Go marathon, with only Steven Universe appearing a little bit. And again, a lot of fans were really upset about it, and I even made a video about it not too long ago about complaining about why Cartoon Network keeps airing all these marathons of one show, when they can use all that time to excuse me, to either air some Christmas episodes or Christmas shows during that time slot, or just give the other shows a chance to shine on the schedule. So yeah, there was a lot of controversy regarding about the Teen Titans Go Christmas marathon. Now, the reason why this is under neutral in the middle is because it really depends on how you feel about Teen Titans Go as a whole. Like, some people like the show, and you, of course, you got the people who hated the show. But again, it depends on how much you like the show, how much you hate the show, and that's why this is in the middle. Because, you know, if you like the show, then yeah, this is probably the best thing to happen to you. If you hated the show, then yeah, this is like the worst thing to happen to you. So I think that's why it's in the middle. It depends on how you feel about the show. So now let's get into the worst things that happened this year. So the worst thing that happened this year was, of course, the sexual harassment accusations against Chris Savino and John Lasseter. And those were pretty bad because Chris Savino is like the creator of the Loud House. And, you know, a lot of fans were worried about, well, if he got fired, you know, what's going to happen to the Loud House. But it seems that the Loud House is going to get its third season. So, you know, again, I am concerned about what's going to happen to the future of the Loud House at this point. But we'll wait and see. As long as it's getting that third season, then I guess it's doing fine, but we'll see. And then you got John Lasseter being accused of sexual harassment too. So this puts the question, you know, what's going to happen with Disney animation as a whole? Because he was in charge of Disney and Pixar, Disney Animation and Pixar. So, you know, what's going to happen to that once he's gone? So, you know, I am worried about what's going to happen to Disney and Pixar. I'm also worried what's going to happen to the Loud House. So those were very disappointing news I've heard this year, and I hope those both the Loud House and Disney Animation does fine in the next year, with or without their respective creators or their respective directors. Then another worst thing that happened this year was, of course, the death of some of the voice actors. There weren't too many this year, like last year. Last year there was like a lot of actors that died, actors and actresses that died last year. But this one, it wasn't a lot of voice actors and actresses that died this year. But of course, the first major one you got was June Foray. You know, she was like the main voice of Granny from the Looney Tunes. She also voiced Rocky from Rocky and Bullwinkle, and she voiced Granny from Gummy Bears. And the fact that she was also in charge, or she was the one who co-created the Annie Awards, which was dedicated to animation. So the fact that you have such an important figure in animation die this year was really heartbreaking. And you know, it was just so heartbreaking for a lot of animation fans. And may she rest in peace. And you know, again, I was so upset about the news. Um, the next voice actor who died this year was Robert Guillaume, and he was the voice of Rafiki from The Lion King, and he also did the voice work for the narration for the TV series Happily Ever After. And again, it was so upsetting to hear him die, because, or the fact that he died this year, because he was like one of the most iconic voices for Rafiki from The Lion King, and I feel like The Lion King is never going to be the same again without Robert Guillaume voicing Rafiki in The Lion King, because he's had such a unique voice. And again, may he rest in peace, and we will surely miss him. And the last voice actress who died this year was Heather North, and she was the voice. She was the original voice for Daphne in the original Scooby Doo series, and again, she was such an iconic, or at least an inspiration for many roles of Daphne in the later Scooby Doo franchises. So it was sad to hear that she has also passed away this year. Um, so those were some of the best and the worst news, worst moments that happened this year. And tell me in the comments below, what were some of the best and the worst moments for you in 2017 animation. Please feel free to comment below, and don't forget to follow us on Twitter so we can keep you updated on new videos we post up, and also like our Facebook page. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. This is Rabbit Ball Animation Bliss, and I'll see you later.